Hi, this is Tanya Tomic, and this is my mini review for The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse was really good. I saw it yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. It's very minimal. There's only two main characters. There's other characters, but there's only two main characters that we stay with for most of the film. It kind of had that sort of Death in the Maiden vibe where there's two characters. It's not like Death in the Maiden though, but that kind of thing where there's two characters bouncing off each other. Two very different characters that are put in a situation where they have to work together and work with each other, and they definitely clash. And Willem Dafoe was really, both actors were very, very good, and they both were well cast. Willem Dafoe played like an older, like salty dog kind of character, and then there was he kind of needed to control everything that was going on, and he was telling Robert Pattinson like what to do all the time, and he kind of had a chip on his shoulder about that. So there was this tension, and then they added alcohol, which just made it all that much worse. Where it made like weird moments of intimacy between them, but really alcohol type intimacy, and then other, when they were sober or coming down or whatever, there were moments of tension, and things just get worse and worse and worse and unravel. So it was really good. It was really good, the way that it was written, the dialogue, the way that we watch that unraveling happen. And the other thing about the movie too, though, even though it feels there's a lot of realism to it, and there's a lot of realistic stuff that makes it seem like it could have actually happened set in the past, there is an element of the unknown. There is an element of what is this one guy hiding stuff? Is there like something going on with the sea and sea creatures and stuff like that? And I feel like in that way they really the writers really hone in on the kind of fear of the unknown that people did have back in the day, and people that worked on boats and worked in lighthouses around the sea had that sort of fear of the unknown as well. And it kind of did work in that way to kind of showcase that kind of fear and paranoia. And also, the audience never knows exactly what's going on. Like, you can't tell, is one guy lying or the other guy lying. Something doesn't add up in what's happening and how they're perceiving things differently. And so you're left on edge, and it kind of makes you feel like how the character must feel. So the audience goes on this journey, and the audience experiences the film just the same way as the characters in the film do as well. There's a vagary to it where there's things that you're not sure about, and it's the same for the characters. There's tension that you're feeling, there's suspicion, all things that the characters are going through, and things that the movie puts the audience through. So what you're experiencing is essentially the same thing, and they did that really, really well. It's also beautifully shot. Each frame looks like an amazing photograph. The colors and the textures were just perfect. It was all set in one location. However, they move from different rooms. They move to different areas on this little island. So it doesn't ever feel too claustrophobic or too, you're never bored with what you're seeing visually. There are times where you feel maybe a little claustrophobic when the characters do, based on how they shoot it, but you never feel like there's not enough to see or there's not enough going on. There's always something going on, and the visuals change quite dramatically based on where they are on the island or in the lighthouse. So it's really actually quite visually interesting, and quite interesting as far as what's going on, even though it's just basically two people and a lighthouse. So I have to say that I thought this was great. I definitely recommend this. If you're looking for like horror that's kind of straightforward and it's gonna come at you and that kind of thing, this is not it. This is more of a character study, and that with a creep factor, creep element to it, that is the unknown that is still at the end unknown. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. If you enjoy especially black and white visuals and you want to see them done well, and if you like, like sea shanties and sea stuff and sea stories and salty dogs, this is the movie for you. Anyway, this is my first mini review that's not of 31 Days Challenge, and I'm going to continue them. So we'll see what I do next. I don't even know. Okay, thanks.